Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. Welcome to a new episode of Stocks for Breakfast. And today we're going to talk about something that is uh, almost something that nobody wants to talk about, which is the stop loss and the execution of a stop loss. But I'm not talking about the actual physical execution of it where you get out at a certain spot. I want to talk about the actual dollar amount you're willing to risk and how to handle that dollar amount. If you find these videos helpful, by the way, please click down and subscribe. I would really, a little tongue tied, haven't had my coffee yet. I'd really find it, I'd really appreciate it. Wow, it's really late in the week, I guess. Here's the conundrum that we're having with newer traders in the boot camp. And when I say newer, I'm not even saying somebody new to the boot camp. I'm talking about somebody, and I'll give you the definition that I have for newer trader. Newer trader to me is somebody who hasn't learned to make money yet. There's no other way to put it, because you could be trading for 5 years. If you're not making money regularly, you're still a new trader. There's something you don't know. Maybe that's you. Maybe it's not you. But I want to make this clear. You're not an experienced trader yet until you're actually making money. You might have trading knowledge, but you're not an experienced trader. There's a big difference between the two. And that's what I want to give you today. I want to give you something super important about the reality of how to make money as a trader over time. And it starts out with, are you trading the right stocks? So in other words, if you don't have experience, if you have a smaller account, let's say it's less than 25,000, which a lot of people have accounts smaller than 25,000, which there's nothing wrong with that. I want to make that clear. You might not be trading on margin. Also nothing wrong with that. But then you want to go out and you want to attack a $500 stock, like let's say Netflix, for argument's sake. And you can't understand why you keep getting stopped out on a very tiny stop loss on a stock that could move $5 in 2 minutes. To me personally, with all the experience that I have, it's kind of silly to choose that fight, to go in and say, I don't have a lot of experience, I don't have a proven track record, and I don't have a lot of money that I want to risk, but I'm going to go and trade a stock that could stop me out as soon as I hit the buy button. It's actually foolish, quite honestly. And I'm just going to be straight up honest, because I care deeply about whether you learn or not. You're picking the wrong fights. There's no other way to put it. You're choosing stocks out of greed and how much you could potentially make, instead of trying to learn how to trade and be consistent. Now, when I teach people, and when I had my trading firm in New York City, and especially now when I have the boot camp, I have this formula that I use, and it's a super simple formula, which is you take 2% of your trading account, and then you figure out the exact amount of shares that is appropriate from your entry point to your stop loss. But there seems to be, for some people, like this mental block that that they want to make more but they don't want to risk more. and it's interesting that you don't have a big account. You want to trade these high-flying, fast-moving stocks, but you want to risk a super tiny amount on the trade, and that's really hard to do, almost impossible, quite honestly. So the first thing is you need to get your head right on what type of volatility you should be accepting with the current resources, with the current experience, with the current risk tolerance that you have coming into the market. You have to stop worrying about what other people are doing. You have to stop caring about what other people are doing, because maybe they have $500,000 in their account. Maybe they're trading for 10 years. Maybe. I don't know. But my point is, you have to be honest about where you are. The second part is when you decide to accept risk on a trade, okay? For some reason, and I don't know why, whether it's trading a breakout or the entry signals that we have, a lot of traders get focused on the times that they get stopped out, and then don't focus on the times they didn't get stopped out and they exited a $1,000 trade by taking $100. And they're focusing so much on the belief that their stop loss that I'm teaching them is too tight, when they're not focusing on why they didn't hold the trade that should have brought them in $1,000. The focus is wrong. So that's number two. Number two is, I'm not going to come off the fact that you need to manage risk. And I'm not going to come off the fact that you believe you should be risking a massive amount more because you believe stop losses are the reason you're not making money. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm doing this for 20 years. I've been trading and managing with thousands of people. If you think having a stop loss is the reason you're not making more money, that's bullshit. I'm sorry for cursing, but it boggles my mind how traders believe that the stop loss is the reason that they're not making money. The stop loss is the reason you still have your account. That's not the problem. How much you're risking per trade is not the problem. The entry signal is not the problem. The problem is you need to learn how to trade and make more on your winning trades. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you risk $2,000 per trade, $1,000 per trade, $50 per, whatever the dollar amount is in the right stock. I'm telling you right now, you should not be risking more money if you don't have a track record of making money. So if you want to tell me that you need bigger, wider stop losses and you don't have a track record of profitability over at least 3 to 6 months to a year, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind telling me you want to risk more without a track record of understanding how to make money. I'm telling you straight up as your friend, you're out of your mind. Number two, you need to focus on the opportunities that did not stop you out, moved in your favor, and you took a quick profit in that $500 stock instead of making $10, and ask yourself why you didn't hold the winner, as opposed to having this belief in your mind that if you only risk more, you'll make more. It doesn't work that way. The market is so unforgiving, it will wipe your account out if you take more risk without the experience of having a positive track record over time. I tell everybody to risk less, and then however, and again, I don't even tell anybody how far to make that stop loss. Now, it could be big, it could be small. I have much tighter stop losses as a day trader because I'm trying to give everybody in the community a repetition of placing good trades. And if you get stopped out, I tell them I set an alert or get back in, which probably 8 out of 10 times within 5 minutes, if you get stopped out of a trade, the next signal happens and you can put the trade back on. But for some reason, there's this huge thought process around, I need to risk more, and that's why I'm not making money. Instead of risking $100 in a smaller window or having a tighter stop loss and looking to re-enter as a day trader, which, by the way, day trading is active trading. It's not investing. You're not putting one trade on a day and waiting until 4 o'clock. That's not the way day trading works. I don't hyper day trade anymore. I can tell you that. If I make 4 to 5 trades a day, that's a normal day, maybe. But I am managing risk all day. I'm putting trades on, scaling back, getting out, putting the trade back on. That's what trading's about. Trading is not investing. Trading is not set it and forget it where you close your eyes. So I just want to say to everybody who messages me, everybody who's in the community, it's not, the stop loss is not the problem. The dollar amount you're risking is not the problem. How you're managing the trade and your mindset is the difference. You have to choose better trades. You have to choose the right trades for your dollar, for the amount of money you have in your account. If you have $10,000 in your account and you're looking to trade Netflix and lose 50 bucks, you're going to lose every day. You're going to lose every day. Number two, there's plenty of winning trades out there, and you have to start saying to yourself, okay, I got stopped out on those 5 trades, but this stock I bought at whatever time during the day, and it just kept going and going and going and going, and I booked 50 bucks. That math doesn't work. I'm telling you, I'm doing this with thousands and thousands of traders for 20 years now. I'm doing it with my own money since 1994. Stop loss is not the problem. The dollar amount you're risking is not the problem. It's how you manage your winning trades. That's what's going to make the difference. It's not how much you're risking per trade. Everybody is focused on, give me the formula. Give me the exact formula for the dollar amount. That's not the problem. It doesn't, you can have Warren Buffett speak to you on the phone tomorrow. That's not the problem. You need to pick better ideas. You need to pick the right ideas. I call out 20 or 30 stocks every morning in our game plan meeting. And I say over and over and over again, now it's your turn to pick the stocks that match your criteria. And we still have some folks that are trading $500 stocks with $10,000 in their account. Pick better fights. Go trade a $50 stock. Trade a $75 stock. At least you'll be able to let the stock breathe. If you think the stop loss is too tight, that's fine. Lower your share size, but you still need to risk a certain dollar amount that you're comfortable with. But the stop loss is not the problem. It's not. The problem is your winning trades you're not making enough on because you're not doing enough work in your head to say, how do I hold these winning trades longer? What am I missing that I'm not holding these winning trades longer? Why am I booking a great idea after a tiny profit? You're afraid it's going to go away. There's a math. There's a math that you just have to make the right right trades, the right amount of right trades that you're going to make money. But if you have in your head right now that you're not risking enough money, that's the reason you're not making money. I'm telling you right now, if you start risking more without a track record of making money, you're going to wipe your account out. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to see it happen, but what you need to learn is to learn how to trade, and you need to learn how to ask the right questions. You can ask me here on YouTube. You can ask me if you're in the boot camp, but you have to ask the right questions. If you're not getting the results you want, first of all, if you're not in the boot camp, you need to be in the boot camp. If you're in the boot camp and you're not asking questions, and the only time you pop in is you say, I lost money again, but I don't hear from you for 3 days, that's on you. That is on you. I'm available 24/7 while we're in the room and in our community. All you have to do is type a question. I'm telling you right now, I'm so passionate about this because you're thinking about it wrong. You're focused on, I need to risk more. That's dumb. That's flat out dumb. You need to learn how to trade, which means you need to keep your share size down until you learn how to make money consistently. If that means taking more stop losses, that's great. That means that you're actively making decisions. But if you think you're going to make one trade once in a while and learn how to trade, that's not going to happen. You need to trade. You need to trade to learn how to trade. There's no other way to put it. Absolutely, positively, no other way to put it. I actually had somebody tell me today they need to risk more, and that's the reason they're not making money. You are going to be separated from your account. I'm telling you right now, I am telling you. Have smaller stop losses, get back into the position. If you want to have wider stop losses with the same dollar amount, fine. Fine, but you know what you're going to find out? Those wider stop losses are going to get stopped out too, and you're not focusing on the winning trades and why you're not holding those trades longer. I'm telling you, there's a process to making money, and if you're choosing the wrong trades, if you're trying to trade stocks that are too volatile for your risk tolerance and for your skill level, you're going to constantly get stopped out and say, this system doesn't work, and then go to another one and say, that system doesn't work, and that system doesn't work. Then you're going to start doubting your ability. I'm telling you right now, you probably have the skills to make money. You're not giving yourself a chance because you're trading the wrong stocks and you're taking too much risk. Let's go make some money together.